This is an explicit podcast where we try to keep the conversations as raw and authentic as possible with no intentions of hurting anyone. So if you're very woke, religious, or sensitive, we highly recommend you do not tune in. We have a very special guest today, Malaysia's queen of comedy, Joanne Kam.
I'm swallowing strawberries right now.
Apshy from the Woke Up Show. So,
all I can eat strawberries and apple.
Joanne, what makes you think that I was gay?
Look at you! Oh my god!
What?
No straight man is gonna look like that.
Huh?
Like, straight man will look like that one. You know, it's
Okay, honestly, I've gotten this comment.
I think you have like a bit of hip movement when you walk.
no, you're very gay. I mean, let's put it this way: your body,
The
your
way he
face,
walks,
the
right?
way
His
he
hips
walks.
are like...
Yeah, and then it's just the mannerism. Yeah.
Okay, I've gotten this comment a lot of times, honestly.
And you haven't tried?
No, I have not tried, and I have...
You're not curious?
Yeah, I was
You're
just
not like
gonna ask.
bi-curious?
This was one of the topics that I would love to talk about, actually.
Okay, but this is not the topic you want to talk with me.
Maybe as we get into it, we'll see. Maybe if I get more comfortable.
Which
He's
means,
shy?
Yeah, I think he's shy.
This is his podcast.
But how do you start, though?
Okay, let's put it this way. If this
Yeah.
was Freaky Friday,
Yes.
and my soul and my entity enters you, you know how many cock I will get?
That's
Yeah.
very true.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
you're like a clean.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay, I feel harassed, verbally
Do you
harassed
feel
already.
objectified?
Yeah!
Brian, you like to
Take
objectify
it,
girls
take
on
it.
your podcast.
This is how women feel when they go pole dancing.
But they want to, though. They like it.
Oh, how you know?
I don't know. If not, they wouldn't choose that. Okay. Apshy, help me. She's bullying me.
No. They should call you out on
Actually,
that.
this is not very woke of Joanne.
I think it's very welcome, Joanne. So, Brian, when you have your first sexually explorative experience,
Yes.
right? Where would you start? Would you start Tinder, Bumble, Grinder?
But
you wanna go to
wait,
gay
he's
club?
a virgin
I think so.
Please don't tell me.
No love.
No, like, come on, dude. Even you're not a virgin, right?
I'm a
That's
virgin.
not like, come on.
Okay.
Devil.
I've been
Devil.
I've been
Okay.
with a girl before.
One girl.
Just one girl.
One
Yeah,
girl. And
one.
he says it's not gay, ah?
It wasn't. I mean, it was a bit weird, right? But everyone's first time is weird, right? They don't feel comfortable, you know. Is it supposed to taste like that?
Oh my god.
No, I mean, I'm talking about.
So you only have one woman?
No, I've had a couple.
Two.
Yeah.
Okay, so every time you have experiences with women,
Yes.
do you enjoy it?
I cry after I ejaculate, but
Really?
Oh my god!
I thought that's a normal part of.
You seem like the type.
Yeah.
You know, you guys are kind of intimidating, right? Like,
I'm enjoying this. So
Yeah.
But he still hasn't told us how
let me
he's
try and
starting
feel a
the
bit more
experience.
confident first, okay?
See, he even has a bra, folks.
Whose bra is that?
He has his own, what do you call this, prop, and it is a red bra. Apsy, I think you are in denial. I think secretly you haven't explored your full sexual potential.
Or maybe this seems a little bit more like
Guys,
trans.
can
and-
do I fit in right now? Like,
Not.
are you guys more accepting of me?
Is it because you wear a bra and then you feel that because you wear a bra, women should be more accepting?
Yes, I
Do
feel
you
more
think
comfortable this
the way
way.
to fit in with women is to put a red bra over your t-shirt?
No, but I thought we have more things in common.
Cause why?
Why? You don't have breasts.
No, but at least
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
You don't have breasts.
Uh-huh.
You're not sucking cock. We both love cock. So unless you are in the cock segment.
Wait, does your daughters watch this?
Oh, my
No,
daughter
right.
is used to my cock stories.
Oh, okay, okay.
Don't forget.
Okay.
My daughter is
She's a cum.
no. She is a show baby with show mothers, and show mothers when we go for gigs and we don't have maids
Yeah.
or we couldn't find people to babysit, they literally come with us. So my daughter at the age of 5 are backstage with my naked drag queens, my divas, and they love her and they put on makeup for her at the age of 5 to look pretty, and she calls them Jie and Auntie, you know. So she's very assimilated to the show culture. Not only that, she's been to my stand-up show, and all our stand-up show that includes Papi Zach, Prakash Daniel, Shamin Othman, everybody. And there were times, this was when she was 14, and I said, do you want to come to Mummy show? And she would turn around and say, are all of them going to say the same jokes?
Which is about the tete and pepe.
No, not my jokes. My joke, she knows it's going to be the same. Uncle Prakash, Uncle Papi, Uncle and she will be the one, like, she will sit, when she's a little bit older, like 14, 15, she's 17 now. She will sit in, like, Joke Factory or Crack House towards the end.
Yep.
And then after the show, she's like, yeah, Uncle Prakash said a new joke. Auntie Charmaine said a new segment. Oh, Auntie Bibi said something new.
Is she
so
a fan?
she actually knows. She's not a fan. She doesn't want to do
She's not a fan of
comedy.
comedy.
No, she
Okay.
doesn't want to do comedy. But she has because she's been in the show business arena, hanging out and all
It's
that.
nothing special.
I'm
to
sure
her.
she's so funny.
Yeah, I think she is, but she doesn't want to be what the mother is. So of course,
yeah.
every children is like, no, I do not want to be like you. I do not want to end up like you.
No, that's very common.
I don't want to do anything in the arts. I do not want to
Yeah.
act. I do not want to tell comedy.
Like, let's say if you're a mom, right, and then you since young you've always told your daughter like, oh,
Brian, I can't take you seriously with that freaking bra.
okay, guys, you know what? I put on this bra so if you guys are watching this right now and you enjoy the presence of the Queen of Comedy, Joanne Kam, please hit the subscribe button down below.
What?
Is this?
Ya. Dan untuk orang Melayu yang tengok episod podcast ini, saya amat menghargai khidmat awak dan sila tekan butang subscribe button kat bawah.
Hey, brother, that's
Yeah.
not way, man.
Oh, am I racist or like?
No. I'm just saying, like, why is the bra still on?
Yeah.
Secretly, I think he's in denial. I just think he's in denial, guys.
You see, what's funny is I would tease my friends about, like, I have this one friend, okay, and recently he was hit on by, so he knew that his friend was gay, okay? He knew his friend is gay, and the friend is in the closet, which is probably very sad because, you know.
Are you in the closet? Okay, we will
No,
talk about
we
you
will
later.
discuss that.
I think on this episode of the
We will
lineup,
figure it out by
the
today.
lineup of Let's Get
Okay.
It. Sorry, we will pull the sexuality out of Brian.
Yes.
I feel like you guys are forcing me to be gay now. Okay, so yeah, he knows the friend is gay, and then I told him like don't reply him and all. You're just leading him on, you know, because he knows that my friend is straight. And just the other day, he went out with my friend, and he was my friend was sending that guy that is gay back home, and the gay guy said to him, the gay guy, okay, let's just say his name is Harry lah. Okay, Harry said to my friend, which is Joey. Oh shit, that's his actual name. Okay, yeah.
You just outed
I mean, I'm
that.
sure they're fine with it, right?
Yeah, it's right. Okay, yeah, whatever. Okay, so anyways, Harry said to Joey, I've got something to tell you. And then as Joey described to me, Harry was breathing very heavy and he was very nervous. Himself naturally is a very timid person, right? I could imagine if you're in the closet, it's not easy to be
Yes,
outlandish lah.
of
First of all. And also the fact that your family doesn't know about it and you don't have a gay clique of friends, that must be a very lonely place to be in this world. So
That was woke, Brian.
I'm,
Not bad
obviously
lah.
I'm woke. I just don't, you know.
You just need to make money.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. He said to my friend, "I've got something to tell you," and of course, my friend already knew what he was gonna do. Okay. So he started leaning on him, and my friend said, "Hey, don't, I'm driving." And he was breathing heavy, and he reached for my friend's dick. My friend stopped him, and I was so pissed off at my friend because I'm like, the whole time I kept blaming my friend, like, it's your fault, it's not his fault. You are putting yourself in these positions, like.
But also, like, you shouldn't just grab somebody's genitals
Yeah, you can't.
at any point.
Okay, so
yeah.
this is very typical of young closeted gay guys. You must understand, I come from a community where my first performing experience was in a gay club. So I have been
Where was that?
exposed in Boom Boom Room, Singapore.
Singapore first, right?
Yeah, in Singapore. So here's the thing. I think with the younger gay boys in the closet and wanting to come out, perhaps the only way he could do it was to show how physically he was in like with your friend. But that's the wrong way. Never reach out for someone's cock or crotch unless it's consensual. Consent goes both ways. Whether you're gay, straight women, straight man, actually any sexuality, because let's not forget we have to pay tribute to our other genders as well. The gender fluid, non-binary. And if you look at sexuality right now, it's not condensed like before. In my time, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, you're either straight, gay, or bisexual. Or you're a drag queen. There's no ifs and buts about it.
Are all drag queens gay?
No.
Okay.
There are some drag queens that actually fall in love with women.
Yeah, and there's some
Okay.
drag, like people who do drag can also be, like women can do drag as well.
Yeah. Women can do drag.
Yeah.
There are men drag.
Because drag
there's also
queens
men.
don't look like women. You know what I mean? Drag is it's big and it's that.
Correct. And actually, real women can also kind of look like drag queen. I'm one example. But if you look at us, I've been considered a drag queen. I told the LGBT party, because there were some gay boys that want to not smack. They are very bitchy, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, honey, don't. I was a drag queen before you even know what makeup was.
Yes.
Okay. So I think at the moment now, what we're talking about, your friend's incident.
Yeah.
First of all, Harry, was it Harry?
Harry's the gay guy. My friend is Joey.
Okay, Harry. What Harry needs to do is to actually, if he likes his friend, he should have come out to his friend in a better way than just let's grab your crotch. Because that's a no-no. And also in Asia, of course, you're going to be uncomfortable because number one, already trying to figure out what sexuality you are, living in a Asian household, a community that will not accept you, and you do not have any other LGBT friends. You can't talk about this.
Yeah, it's horrible.
So it could be that this guy, Joey, has been such a good friend that he has fallen in like with Joey. But of course, he doesn't know how to express his feelings. So instead of speaking, he thought, okay, maybe if I show him,
I just go physical, go all in.
Yeah, and that is not the case, people. Consent is
King.
very important. Consent, in no matter what gender you are, needs to be respected.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's all I have to say about this.
So I've always been very interested in this. Would you say that there are feminine guys, but they don't actually like men? They're just feminine and
yes,
they like people.
there are also Apsy, right? You've seen. Okay, there are. Okay, let's take. There is this very famous comedian that wear high heels and makeup. Oh my God, I know he's from Eddie. Eddie Izzard is straight. Eddie Izzard is straight. But Eddie Izzard loves to wear makeup.
He loves to drag.
And loves to drag and loves to wear high heels.
So the reason why I say that, right, is because we also hear of a lot of closeted gay men in marriages.
Oh my God! Half of Astro is that.
I was just about to say.
But would you say, right, if they can get it up for a woman, are they actually gay or they're bi?
How do you know that they get it up? If they're that rich, it takes, if they are that rich and they are able to do artificial insemination, why?
Think so?
Look, it's only 30 grand per time.
Like the in vitro fertilization?
It's 30 to 60,000. So if they have the money,
yes,
they're not
gonna get it up. They don't have to get it up.
They don't have to. What happens? How they get children? And the best part is when you go for IVF. IVF, right?
In vitro fertilization.
In vitro, they save not only one egg. If they are successful, those eggs can be frozen, and you can get 4 kids out of it.
Just with one load.
No, it's not so much about the guys, it's about the women.
The women's aid and also, of course, his sperm as well. But look, even in America, they got surrogate mothers. Surrogate mothers get a lot of money, okay? Yeah. All right? So you foster the baby naturally and all that. And then, of course, you give it to the gay parents or whatever. Yep. So it's never about, can they get it up? I think that's a very, how would I say, non-progressive thought. Okay.
Oh God, me not being woke.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a very non-progressive thought because there's so many other avenues. It's never, it's, you know, you need to be, as much as we have enhanced in gender, and of course, and enhance in, I would like to say that at this moment, sexuality is so biased. One can never pronounce themselves, hey, I'm going to be straight forever.
Yeah.
Because there's so many straight men that seeks out transgendered women. Not drag and transgendered are very different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. A lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think you all need to understand the kind of different how sexuality out there. So there's been most of the trans women that are in the market at the moment, or even overseas. The really beautiful one are going overseas. They get a lot of customers who are straight men. And you know what the kink is? The kink is like they want to have sex differently. And that is the kink. And what is the kink? The kink is they don't want these trans people to already have the they actually get
want
more
like a woman
with they want a chick with dick. They want a chick with dicks are more popular than those that have gotten their how would I say, their abalone done. And that's the market for it.
Wait.
They get paid more. Chicks with dicks get paid more, honey.
It's a new experience.
Wait, you mean transsexuals?
Transsexuals, transgender that
who
has
hasn't had the surgery.
Can you do it the other way around though? Like be a girl and have a dick?
That's exactly
Yes.
what she. Oh,
You can?
like you mean like from a vagina have a
Yes,
penis?
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Because I know 2 successful cases in Malaysia.
Yup.
They were, of course, gay women who went on the transition to become men. And one of them was the first one ever in Malaysia. She's an old friend of mine. So just as how boys take on like hormone pills all, and then go into the operation. So women as well can do that, reverse it, and of course the ultimate is if they want to get that operation done, they can, you know. So it is possible to have, because it's all about being your true self. One of my girlfriends told me, and we asked her because she's transgender. She's Miss Australia National Transgender. So one of the questions that we ask, and we always get this with straighter boys like yourself, because you're curious, but you just want to know.
I just want to know.
So one of the question is, why can't you just live your life, as a drag queen, you know, without turning into transgender? And she said, if we do that, we are only existing. We are not truly ourselves.
Like living their truth.
They are true.
Yeah.
You know, and it's very hard for people who are not of that community, the transgender community, the drag community, to understand. If you, Brian, let's take you for example.
Yes.
If you wake up every day and you want to wear your red bra, but you can't, because
Brian and his red bra.
because of society, because of your mother, your parents, because of your peers, because of your friends. So sometimes a lot of them do not have that safe community where they can come out to their friend and say, hey, you know what, today I just want to wear something that I really want to wear, and I just want to wear it out, you know. And there are men who wear bras, hide it.
Suit.
Yeah, and then
thongs.
because
Why are you laughing, man?
No,
It's Irfan. Are you one of them?
No,
Exactly.
I do understand that. It's quite common within like higher established CEOs.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a king. It's
a
a kink.
kink,
But
yeah.
here's the thing: they don't tell people like us. They're not going to tell their co-workers that they are wearing a
Like,
thong.
hey,
They're
I'm
not
wearing
going
a thong
to.
today.
Okay, because
Yeah, I've
this
heard
is
about that too.
exactly the same thing. When let's say someone like just now I was explaining, oh, you don't know, people like to wear bras underneath their business suit, and then people laugh. It is that laughter that made it also impossible for them to share what they want.
With anyone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because how would they know if you are straight and you have a group of straight friends? How are you gonna tell your bro? Hey, bro, I like to wear Victoria's Secret underwear.
But I do think with like the new generation, like the Gen Zs, like they're so open, like so
True.
much better.
That is the Gen Z.
Yeah.
But you see, you guys are supposed to be what? Gen Z or millennium?
Millennial.
I'm on the cusp.
You're on the cusp,
millennial,
right?
dude.
But you see, the Gen Z have taken it into their own strive to want to
But
be
you
like.
know what I think
all
it is?
that.
Also because they have like social media. Like I think like when I was growing up, I never really saw like
Correct.
all of
But
this.
now everything is.
You can see everything.
Okay, for example, when we're talking about wearing the bra inside perhaps your executive suit, and you'll be surprised a lot of CEOs do that, right? That is why you have kink therapy. There are therapy on
Even
kink.
dominatrix are like
Dominatrix.
therapists.
Like a lot of people think, oh, if you're a dom, you have sex with your customer. It's not. If you have dom, okay, if you're a dom, most of your customers are huge level, high level CEOs that just want to be your sub, and you don't even have sex with them.
Yeah.
They get a kink out of you tying them up, you putting them in different positions.
just to feel like
Yeah.
slightly like I guess lesser than
Yeah,
after seeing,
correct.
like, everything all the time.
Yeah, and these are all different. How would I say? What you like and what you secretly want to have, but you're so afraid of letting your partner know or even your friends, because let's put it this way, a lot of people right now get into connections through Bumble,
Dating
Tinder,
apps,
dating apps, and that's not a real connection because you fucked. Yes, that's about it. And yeah, that doesn't mean anything. So you ejaculate. For you to even say that you ejaculate, I already know.
And he cries after.
Yeah, I already know you did not have platonic, real, spiritual sex and connection. Okay? So,
I did.
okay, it's okay, okay. You don't have to say no or yes because, you know, it's very subjective.
I did.
Okay, he's
She ghosted me.
Tai Chiing the thing. Yeah, see, she didn't have the spiritual sex that you thought you had.
It was a technical sexual. It was intercourse.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Or just fucking.
It's just fucking. But how many people have partners who you trust and you can be so totally open and say, you know what, baby, I want to try this.
Yeah.
I want to be your furniture and have you sit on me, and then you know how many people are going to be okay with that, because the vulnerability yes is, if you are that open, if you can be that open to your sexual partner, then you have found something special. But a lot of people hide behind facade and faces. And you know, when a lot of Asian people use family as their, how would I say, excuse, I think we have to stop using family as your excuse, because if you are your own person, okay, then you need to fight for who you are.
Oh, you mean for not coming out? That's their excuse for not coming out.
I'm not asking everyone who is in the closet to come out.
Why not though?
But
No, sometimes it's just not safe.
I know. But
it's
ideally,
not
that's the world you want to live in,
it depends on again, it's individual. Like Brian, I said this kind of things, there's never a black or white. There's always reasons why. Let's say if you are a politician, you can't come out.
Yeah, no way. CEO as well, you can't.
I mean, it would be so amazing if they did.
But of
But
course
we
not.
can't.
Yeah. So of course, yes, Asian, but the thing when I say don't blame family, okay, for you not wanting to be your own self. I think the reason why people give I don't think it's excuses. I think it's reasons.
Yep.
Of course, one of it is family. Look at someone like Kylie Kwong. I saw her documentary. Kylie Kwong is gay. Okay, the
model,
famous,
is it supermodel?
the chef, the Australian chef.
Okay.
Brian, you really need to be more woke in this show.
I thought you said Heidi
And
Klum.
thank you.
Yeah.
Brian is not
I
woke.
heard Heidi Klum.
No, I said Kylie Kwong.
Kylie Kwong, yeah.
She has the black glasses
Wow.
and amazing recipes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So take Kylie Kwong.
Yes.
Okay, who is gay. And is in a loving relationship with a woman. When she wanted to come out to her parents, her dad actually told her, I want you to leave. Let's say today is Friday. So the father was like, I want you to leave on Monday. You have 2 days.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
And that's, yes, that is fucked up. Of course, it's an Asian household.
Yeah.
And you know what's amazing is within that 2 days, when Monday finally came and she was ready to literally move out, the father came and said, you know what? I love you for who you want to be, and I will be better. And I think with parents as well, you need to give them a chance. Because
Yeah.
understand, they grew up like 40 years ago when none of this was happening.
Yeah.
Now you have TikTok, you have IG, you have websites, you have communities, you have
Grindr.
people. No, it's not just Grindr. Brian, I'm surprised that every time we mention sexuality, gender, and all
Yeah.
that, he goes back to, oh, Grindr, oh, fuck, oh, let's have sex, oh, which means you haven't opened up your mind and you haven't opened up your heart. You need to be a little bit more sensitive, and this is exactly how straight men are, you know. This is how exactly. Oh, so you want to fuck? You go Grindr lah. Find dick. Hey, oh fuck lah. Okay, then you say you gay man. Then you come out to your parents. Hallelujah, hallelujah. That is so idiotic. Okay, number one is idiotic. Number two,
God. I
number
love you,
two.
Joanne.
I'm sorry, but
No,
number
I'm
two,
literally in love with you.
for you to actually say that, it means you have no empathy. Do you even understand what these people go?
Of course I don't. I won't pretend that I do
Okay,
understand.
then
I
if you
cannot
don't, then
understand
you
it.
have to stop making snide and funny remarks like that, because that's a very bro thing, you know.
It's very bro. And
Yes,
I
it's very bro.
I do feel like the reason why I have never... Okay, so I know of people who are gay.
A lot. Okay, I'll tell you what it is. This bro attitude. Hey, be the man,
Yeah.
be the man. Hey, do this, do this. Oh. I even get that a lot. I've been doing comedy for 32 years.
Yeah,
When we
it's
first
such a
start,
boys' club.
It's a fucking boys' club. So none of them can come. Hey, we give women chance. Wow, amazing. 6 months within your 6 months of show, you put a woman comic for diversity, because you know,
When
better
it's
put
the
lah,
woke
because
times,
because we
yeah.
got too many cocks on the show. I'm like, wow, amazing, thank you so much, amazing. You know. But one thing which I really hate is this bro attitude and this bro comebacks of like, hey, Grindr lah, hey, you honey, yeah, go find dick ah. It's so okay. It is disgusting for me,
Okay.
because number one, as much as I love you, Brian, but you also need to I think you need to update yourself. Sexuality is a very, how would I say, personal journey. So wanting to come out. Okay, just say right now, you want to come out to your parents
Yup.
that you want to wear Victoria's Secret underwear, but you're not gay, or you're not gay, but all of a sudden your mate hangs like, got women in this house, man? How come got 5 Victoria's Secrets bra? And how are you gonna come out? Be a little bit more sensitive. I think with a lot of straight guys who are your bro, if you really want to be woke, if you want to understand how the other side feel, I'm not asking you to be like them. First thing first, sensitivity and empathy, and no more of this bro joke. I mean, please, if this was a cock show, sure lah, you know. But
Yeah.
you all can't do that anymore.
And
can
I
you?
think also when you open your own mind, like to the sexualities and like just being more empathetic, you also will have better sex.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Honestly, right, I feel like my whole life, right, there's a reason why I have gay friends. No, I mean, I don't have gay friends. I know of friends, people who are gay, but I've never had a close friend or what that's gay. And the reason why is because it would be super hard for someone who is gay to be hanging around like my group of friends.
Why?
Yes.
Exactly what Joanne said.
Because it's broy.
Of course.
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah.
break the bro culture.
Ah, perfect. I love that, darling. Yes, break the bro culture because honestly, I feel the bro culture is fucking toxic. Not
Yeah.
only toxic to
And
women,
also-
but also
yeah.
toxic to LGBT.
To men themselves, and also like women, they don't really like bros. So I don't really get why straight men want to be like that, because you want women, but then you act in a way where women wouldn't want you because you're too broy.
I completely answer that.
Nah.
Purely because men respect the opinion of other men so much.
Yeah.
It's not about attracting.
And like
women
the
anymore.
soft guys, like
Yeah.
the guys are like, oh, that guy is so soft. Those are the guys that the girls actually want.
Definitely.
So it's like in the pursuit of being extra straight, which means
Wait.
wanting women,
Yeah.
men sort of become unlikable to women.
Absolutely.
And it's
Yeah.
like, what are you doing?
Wait, did you say that the soft guys is what women actually like?
Yeah.
Yes.
More understanding, more
Softer,
empathetic.
But that's not
empathetic.
what we see though.
No.
Where do you see?
Where do you see this?
Like there's the saying, nice guys finish last, right?
A straight man probably wrote that.
Yeah.
But don't you...
And that's that.
Thank you. That's
Yeah, I mean, that saying is so old.
Yeah.
It's so old. It's like Malaysia's 5 prime minister ago.
It's also like it comes from the standpoint of like a nice guy finishes last, because if you have to say that, are you actually that nice?
exactly. Genuinely
Actually
nice
that
guys.
genuinely nice?
Okay, okay, fine. Let's talk about it like this, okay? For example, nice guys finish last, right? If you were always... No, I'm just saying it from this perspective. Like, let's say if you were always super nice to a girl and you're always there for her all the time, you could get stepped on and she could be interested in
No,
someone
that's
else who is
the
not
guy
always...
we marry.
Yeah.
But
That's
what about
the guy.
all the other ones that you rejected?
The other
before you
ones
married?
we fuck.
Yeah.
There is a difference. If you want to build a family,
Yeah.
you want to.
You're gonna pick the nice
you're
guy.
gonna
You
pick the
want
nice.
somebody who's
you
not gonna
dependable.
be... Yeah,
right?
who's not gonna be like angry and broy and macho. They're gonna listen and talk. And
Yeah.
Of course, you want someone that can understand you, responsible, right? If you were like, let's just say in dating, right? How come it's always like the person who is too nice to the girl that the girl?
I mean,
will
you've got to have
kind
a
of
bit of
overlook
game
you.
as well,
Yeah.
lah. But like
Yep.
the nicer guys, I feel like it's just better. Nobody wants an asshole, lah.
Correct.
People want to
Of
fuck
course
an
no one
asshole.
wants an asshole.
But also it depends on where the girl is at her life.
True.
Okay.
Yep.
So of course,
That's very important also.
bad boys are gonna get a lot of women. They will drop their panties to them, anytime. Okay. I'm referencing this movie, Channing Tatum, Magic Mike.
Yep.
The first one, not the second one. The very first one, where he was, of course, an exotic dancer stripper, and he was having sex regularly with this girl, and she would not have a relationship with him. And then one day, as he was walking through some cafe, he saw her with another date, and he literally like, "Ooh, I wanted to be in a relationship with this girl, but she said no, and now she's with this nerd." And he goes in and he actually
She's
like,
with this nerd.
yeah, with this nerd, and he's like, what? Because he's like, hey, I'm Channing Tatum. I got 8 packs, I can fuck for 12 hours. And she's like, yeah, but eventually that's the one that's gonna win the end game. So it depends as much as bros and men like, oh, I need a hot girl, TikTok influencer, Instagram, yeah, and I will brag to my boys, say, hey, you see her IG, her IG, so you're not dating Miss Puyi, but you're maybe dating Miss Puli, look, her ass so good, It's women. Yeah, it's
It
status
is, it is.
symbol.
It definitely is.
So women as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes it depends. Always understand
yeah.
the women needs to eventually choose.
Yup.
So if at that period she want fun, she want wild night, she want Channing Tatum, I'll go for it, because guys, who's gonna say no to sex? Come on, have you said no to sex before?
But he's a guy.
Yeah.
Because I read, bro. That's the difference.
He reads, so he's like, no,
nice guy.
I don't want to have sex with you because we haven't emotionally connect.
Depends not what kind of sex you want to have.
Yeah, I had a Tumblr page, so I'm aware of these things.
There's Tumblr page. What is
What
that?
is Tumblr? What is Tumblr?
What is Tumblr?
I'll talk to you.
Wait, okay, so Joanne, what do you think is the effects of like dating apps now?
You know what?
For the newer generation who grew up with this.
Okay, I cannot say for newer generation, because 5-6 years ago I was very heavily on that, and I
Really? I wanted to ask you that.
I'm everywhere.
Huh?
Like, oh
Bumble,
my God.
Tinder.
Yeah.
Is there any other dating apps in here?
Adult Friend Finder, Coffee Meets Bagel.
CMB.
Yeah. But I at one point I was running like 5 apps, but now I'm only 2. And then I get very tired, because like after a while, if they're stupid, I cannot. I'm like, okay, if you're giving me...
I think it's a lot of effort to sort of go out and date and have sex. It doesn't really feel...
It's okay. It depends on which stage you are at.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I'm 30, or how old are you, Saya?
I'm 26.
See, she's so young. She can have sex every day if she wants. There's energy. But I'm 50. Okay, I'm 50, guys. So I'm looking for something else besides just... I literally have a Punjabi guy that messaged me and say, hey, we matched about 3 years ago. Just yesterday, I can show you.
Oh my God.
And I said,
is he cute?
Okay lah, but I'm like, I wasn't in the mood. Then he's like, and we chatted, but you were in Batam, and after that, we kind of like fizzle out and lost out. And yeah, I know it's been 5 years, but just wondering if you want to be friends again to hook up. And I'm like, you know what, I'm like picking up my passport. Yeah. I'm picking up my passport. I've got 2 shows. I'm planning for my 50th birthday, but I'm just too exhausted. Cannot, So for me, it's always about, I feel the apps are there in case you find someone nice. Yeah. Because everyone's out there looking, and how are they going to look? Where are they going to look?
Yep.
But my thing right now, I want to find something that is more meaningful. And I do know it's not going to be out there on the Tinder apps, Bumble app, but you can't say it's very rare as well. Some people have gotten married. Yeah. So it's all about connections. You need to kiss a lot of frogs until you meet the right one. But also, you need to be willing enough to connect. As in, like, you need to know. Very simple. After the 5th message, you know if this one's going to be connection or connection. That's it. And if it's connection, girls, if you want the connect is not going to say no. Yeah. But if you want something more, then
you cannot take the connect.
You set the precedence.
Do you think it's an experience thing? Like when you've gotten to a point in your life where you're like, okay, I have done my thing. I have done what needs to. I have done what needs to be done as a person, and it stops being about like sex, and it just starts like the Tinder stops being a thing. So it becomes more of like we are on the same energy, we're on the same wavelength.
Yes, because like I said, 5-6 years ago, like whenever I go to Australia, oh my God, even now I think if I go to Australia, not an issue. All right, it's very hard for me to find matches here because I'm so known. Right, so
why is it hard if you're so known?
Because I'm famous.
You want people who actually.
Sorry.
No, you mean you can match, but you don't want to go out with them, is it?
No, because when I match with local guys, after the 5th message, they know who I am, and they'll be like, "Oh my God, I'm your biggest fan. Oh my God.
You will never go out with a fan.
Why?
It's very different.
I don't know. I wouldn't know.
It's very different.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, and then you have them in all. Oh my God, can I take a picture with you, please?
And then I guess they expect you to be on a date and stuff.
Not on. Like I have a date that asked me 20 questions about what I do. I mean, like how I get into the process and blah blah blah. And I'm like, is this an interview questions? Because all this, or is this a date? And then of course they all want to take picture of me so that they can show their bro. Hey, just
we're
what
not Joanne.
Joanne, come here. But if I match with, let's say, people who are not from this country, it doesn't have to be Kuala, right? And I don't put my Instagram profile on Tinder or anything, not because of anything. I want them to kind of like chat with me first, and if they're funny, I'm funny. We find a certain how would I say, chemistry. Then we'll do dates, and then after that, after the third or fourth date, okay, usually by the second date, they'll know who I am. Not because of anything, I will tell them. I'll say, okay, actually, I'm doing this. But I always lie and say I'm a radio DJ. But even radio DJ, they're like, oh my God, you're a radio DJ. It's very easy because of Google. You can find out who I am.
Yep.
But even like people who are not famous, you can find out everything.
Yeah, and literally, I matched with one guy who managed to find my Instagram. And you know what he told me? He said, oh my God, you're her. Okay, I'm going to back off now because I really, really am such a big fan and I'm unworthy of you.
Oh, Lord.
And then literally another guy, also Punjabi, I don't know why, but I like...
Do you like Punjabi guys?
I like Indian guys. My daughter is Indian.
bad.
I like them brown. I like my brown brothers. Chinese, sorry, but...
no Chinese voice for you.
Yeah, okay, Punjabi, Indian, Malay, mix. Anything that's mixed that's not Chinese lah. Okay.
What about Chindian?
Have you ever dated
Chindian
Chinese?
I can do.
Have you ever dated Chinese?
Only once.
Much younger, is it?
Much younger, when I was 20 something. So yeah. So okay, this one is the best one. This Punjabi, this Punjabi guy, and because I was doing shows in Singapore, then I thought, okay, let's just set the date so I can deal with this once and for all.
Yeah.
Just set a date. And then when I wanted to set the date, something in me like, I'm just too exhausted. And then I'm like, okay, bro. I say, look, because at that time I was traveling between Kuching, Singapore. I had shows in 3 separate cities, and then I have to take flights. So I was really exhausted. And then after about 2 weeks of chatting, then he's like, oh my God, I saw you on TikTok. Wow, you're her. Okay, so he's obviously younger.
Yes.
So on dating site, I put my age as 40 plus, right? So it's like, oh, I thought you were like a cougar or MILF, okay, mother, I like to far, which I am. And then he's like, oh, you're her. Oh my God, I really like your jokes. Then I say, okay. Then he's like, I'm so sorry. I thought you were just a cougar or a horny older lady that can get it on fast.
Oh my God, I feel like I would slap this person
I
in
was
front
like,
of me.
and that is why we will never meet. And then I block him.
Good for you.
Yeah. And
Good
he's
for
30
you.
plus, He's 30 plus.
Joanne, what is your age range on dating apps?
Right now, I want them to be 45 and above, like 45 to 60, because I realize older men are more on my pace, but also they're not so... Malaysian men get very intimidated by me. They're not used to women speaking their mind.
They get intimidated by women.
Yes, of course. Women speak their mind.
Because
And
they're not
I'm
used
so
to it.
loud. But, if I'm overseas, oh my God, they take this as attraction.
They're used
They
to it too.
love it. They love it. Like when I was in New York, I have guys running, of course, black guys, but and they were like this. They were running, and then they like, I know, this was before #MeToo and all that, right?
Yeah.
And then they gave me their card, say, this is my card. I really want to get to know you better, but if you're going to throw this card away, just throw it when I'm not looking. I do not want to disturb you, and I'm very, very sorry to disturb you, and I'm apologize for that. Then they gave, and then they walk. Like I went,
That is so respectful.
yeah, so respectful. It's like, if you want to throw it, I'm really sorry. And which girl is gonna be, fuck you, guy? Like they'll be like, oh, especially if he's cute. I have another
Oh my
set
God,
because
if they're cute and so respectful, perfect.
because I went to US with my girlfriend. So if you have two girls, don't get guys to go in your group. Just two girls go to Europe, go to US. You will get so much
With
attention.
the girls and the gays, you know?
Girls and gays, because gays are very good wingmen. Don't go with us.
Like wingman.
Yeah, then don't go with the straight boys. They'll be like, hey, do you want grinder? That's what they do. Hey, you want Tinder? Yeah, okay. So, when I was in US, another time, like me and my girlfriend walked into a phone shop, right? Because we needed to buy
SIM card?
SIM card. And the guy was so cute, like Puerto Rican, half Latino, and all that tall and muscular.
With the facial hair.
No facial hair lah, because he worked for the telco company, right? So she's like, oh, where you girls from? And then she's like, oh, Malaysia. She's like, and then of course at that time Jolo haven't taken all our money, so no one knew. Okay, billion dollar whale. So they were like, oh my god, Malaysia, where's that? I'm like, oh, above Singapore, below Thailand, we're in between, sandwich, and say, oh, nice, and then literally this is what my girlfriend did. She like you. I'm like, oh my god, the alien. And then he was like, how long are you going to be in New York? Then I say, oh, we are here for a week. And then after that, we're going to go down to Vegas and all that. Then I say, oh, okay. I'll tell you what, since you girls are here, this is your first time in US. And then he took the SIM card, he helped me put in my phone and say, okay, this is my number. Just in case you get lost or you need any information about New York, you can just WhatsApp me or give me a call so you girls won't get lost. Okay?
Joanne, it's
Did
so
you call him?
Smooth. Of course we fuck, honey. Never mind. That brother got... And this is what I mean. Get your game on, bros.
But you know what, Joanne? I think it only works if you're also attracted to them, because this happened to me and my friend on the train.
Of course, it has to be attraction first.
Giving us his number. I want to take you guys out, and the two of us were like, ew, this is creepy.
Yeah. That's a guy's job.
Okay, true. It's like we had to.
They can try. I mean, like,
it was
try. Try.
And be respectful. I think.
Yeah,
Be
I feel
respectful
like he wasn't
and
respectful.
try.
He was pushing us.
Yeah, don't push.
So
don't
we were
push.
a bit like,
No matter what approach or what, right? For a girl, for you to get a girl to accept you, of course, the girl also has to be attracted first. Just like a guy also would have to be.
I think something men also need to remember is that, like, most of the time women are scared of dying. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we are scared you're gonna rape us,
and
tie
then
us
kill
up.
us.
Yeah, without consent,
So like our fear is so like, it's so big all the time. So like the rape, the murder. So then you're just kind of like always have a bit of a wall up because
Always
of that.
be safe. And also, even if you're going on Tinder date, okay, even if he pays, even if it's an expensive restaurant, girls, that doesn't mean shit. That doesn't mean you owe him a blowjob, okay? And if he insisted, make
Spitting
sure
knowledge.
you have friends. Because
That know where you are.
Yeah, that know where you are and that you're going on a date with this guy. What you can do is just, honestly, all you need is just one girlfriend. All right, screen capture his profile pic. Say, this is his number. This is where we're going to have dinner. And after that, I'm going back to my house or even his house, right? So if anything happens to you, okay, and you do kind of like a checkup where your girlfriend messaged you at 10, 12, okay, and if you message back and not call for help or WhatsApp for help, okay, then you're safe and you are willing.
The thing
Always do that.
The thing is, a lot of girls, if they were to do that, right, especially Chinese girls, right, they won't want to tell their friend also what they're doing, which is going
You
back
need-
to
But
the
that
guy.
goes
Yeah.
back to what you were saying earlier. It's all this shame with sexuality and
Of course,
it just
of course.
needs to be gone. So I can tell my friend like, hey, you can tell anybody almost anything and there's no judgment.
The other day, my friend was just saying, like, you know what's the most ridiculous, hypocritical stereotype about Asian, like about white people, that they're very promiscuous. And then he brought up, like, you look at Asian emperors, Chinese emperors last time, the amount of concubines they have and stuff. Then I told him the reason why we think that way is because American Pie is a series and we are so influenced by the movies or whatever we watch. Yeah. It's just that we don't have like a Malaysian Pie type of series or what. So we don't think that. But the truth is, we're all humans. So it's just
I think with the era of internet and Wi-Fi, it's not very hard to have your own sexual progression. And I think this is something that perhaps even the older generation need to kind of like come out of their box and explore. And the thing is, like, if you have children who are non-binary or gay, or you suspect, okay, what do Asian parents do? They won't talk about it, right?
very
But they know.
Yeah.
They know. Like, my friend just recently came out to his mom, and he had depression for 2 years because he was so afraid that his mom won't accept him. Of course, Asian fathers are like, okay lah, but they also understand. They are also curious, but they don't know how to ask you because you haven't outed yourself. So for 2 years, he was living with depression. He almost wanted to kill himself, and then he couldn't take it anymore. Then he finally got an older gay guy who kind of like brought him through, walked him through, and he finally came up to his mom. You know what his mom first said? Actually, I know already, but because you never tell me, so you don't say, we don't ask. Okay? So how would you know that your parents understand also that parents are in a bubble right now? They may want to learn, but they don't know how. And if you don't guide them and explain to them, you know, how are they going to ask you questions like, hey, so a boy, you like to dress up in women's clothes. Why? And it can be, it's questions. It's like, so, okay.
But I guess the fear of being unaccepted is just so
Exactly.
thing.
So you need to address first the fear.
Yeah.
And number two,
The consequences.
yes, the consequences. But if you want to be your true self, you need to slowly have that talk with your parents and ensure that they understand where you are coming from. I think a lot of time parents are scared because they're like, oh my god, my boy is gay, so ayo. Okay.
I think at the end of the day, they're
there's
just
also-
worried for our safety.
Yeah.
There's also a stigma about.
Can I just go use the toilet? You guys can keep going.
You want to use a toilet,
I
Joanne?
drank a lot of coffee.
There's also a stigma, right, Joanne, in like the 80s, 70s, like because AIDS was popular then. So people
Yes.
always
Popular. Like,
Wow, amazing. That like book, pass around.
people were very scared of that.
They kind of pass it around, but it's
Asian parents straight away would think
course.
about that.
But you need, again, it's all about educating the other the generation. Yeah, which is true. Let's look at AIDS, for example. There are medicines that can prolong your life. It is no longer a threat. But you need to get proper help. Like, you need to go to Pink Triangle. You need to understand what the whole thing is about. You need to get meds. And here, through Malaysian AIDS Council and Pink Triangle, you have that avenue. That avenue
Sorry, what is Pink
there.
Triangle?
Oh my God.
I'm not woke enough for that.
he's very new to this.
Okay, Pink Triangle is one of the most active, how would I say, NGO. NGO, and what they do is they actually have
Promote
awareness, and they have a clinic. So PT Foundation. He doesn't know what PT Foundation is. That's it.
Straight
You're
boy.
shaming me.
Okay, we are not bro shaming you, but
Oh no, we're gonna get cancelled for bro shaming like Joanne.
I don't care. Sorry. Yeah, so PT Foundation is a charitable organization, but NGO as well, where, let's say, if you want to find out more about AIDS and the medicines that you need if you are HIV positive, you can go there. It is a clinic, and there are doctors there.
And HIV testing is free.
HIV
Yep.
testing is free. And right now, I think they are also, because I did recently do some what do you call this,
Radio.
work with them
Uh-huh.
through some parties. they're also bringing in the test kit
Okay.
where it's
Oh,
almost
it's
like
like
the
a
slide.
COVID, yeah.
So you
To
if-
test for STD. Is it?
no HIV.
Okay.
Because I think everything else you can just cure it with HIV. It's,
Yeah. With HIV, you need proper
And
medication.
I guess a lot of like that, like hooking up, like if you can just quickly test, okay, we're both clear, then they can just.
Yeah, now I know.
You know,
Hello, OG
You're well
parties.
I'm well educated.
Yes, she's very well
Very,
educated.
very well
So you
educated.
need to like
it's a
follow her.
preventive measure. I think
Preventive
that-
measure.
that's the general thing. I feel like with the LGBT community is like the first thing is you go to AIDS because that was the first like big
Yes,
thing.
yes. If you're
But
talking
It was
about our
like-
generation,
like the pandemic, like.
ultimately it's also like sexual health in
Yes.
general. It's
Yeah.
not just about this. Every
And
single
the
person.
thing is, like, there should be no stigma. First of all, HIV nowadays, you can't after you get treatment, it's not transferable. Every other STD, you can take a pill. Even like herpes, it's like outbreaks. Like you can't pass herpes all the time. So it's like all these things that if we just had like comprehensive sexual education in school, so many of these things wouldn't be an issue
Do we
anymore.
even have sexual education
No,
in our
I
school?
never
No,
learned
that's,
anything
I
in
never had
school.
any of that in
I think there is a community right now that they are like a group. I saw them on Facebook, very interesting, and I wanted to get them for my radio to talk about. So what they do is they go into schools and they talk about like what you say, sexual health and sexual orientation. Not only that, say you see a lot of things because like we are in a system where you say that okay, teenagers are never going to have sex, so you
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
educate them further about contraceptives.
It's a very flawed system.
Abstinence.
Yes, it's abstinence. I mean, come on.
So, Joanne, during your time as well, there was no, like in high school or
There was
there any,
none. It was only that science book. Your science teacher, usually men, and then they will like be so embarrassed to cover that chapter because the boys will.
The teachers
like,
are embarrassed as well.
Embarrassed. The
Which is
teachers
so
are
weird, right?
embarrassed. The boys will make snarky remarks, you know, and the
girls will be
girls
embarrassed as
well,
well.
girls will be embarrassed. So it's so hard, but you can't ask questions.
Yeah, and I
You-
think there's also so much shaming. In
Yes,
high
there's a
school.
lot of shaming. I think this shaming thing also comes from a part of being not educated fully. And it's always
Yeah.
the fear. Okay, let's take the bro culture. You're shaming, okay, let's just say one of your bros is slightly soft. It's also fear that, you know, oh my God, he's soft, then I will be soft because I'm near him. I'm like, oh my God, that's so
Yeah,
arctic. It's an arctic thought, but you know,
yeah.
or I've heard this before. Wow, see the fella's shoe, wow, got bling bling, confirm gay.
Yeah,
Like I know, and the word
yeah.
gay is not an insult.
So, like, okay, Joanne, for example, right, myself, this is the very common one. I would say, oh, that's damn gay. But
Yeah, yeah, that's derogatory already. Do you know that's already? It's like, what if people see that your bro, there, yeah, the bros.
the bros,
Like that?
and it's like and used in a negative way.
I know, but of course, that's not my intention.
Yeah, whether
Yeah.
or not your intent
Yes.
is not there.
Or what doesn't
Yeah.
matter what I feel about them.
You
also.
need to be educated in like what's the right way to like if I were to say, oh, look at them gay, it's very different. They're like they're gay. It's the same
And I think,
sentence.
yeah, you can kind of play with it if you have a bit more knowledge. But I think if you're just saying it,
Yeah.
it can be a little like, why are you saying that? What does it mean?
But
yeah.
I feel like, okay,
Do you
so
think it's too serious?
no. What I'm saying is, it's also, I haven't had practice with it. Like, for example, I haven't had practice hanging with.
Why
so
do
I
you
also
why
feel
do
awkward.
you need practice?
Tomorrow,
Of course, you need practice so you can get because I myself also, for example,
No. It's not about practicing. It's also about understanding. You know, guys, it's not about practicing. You need to understand what the other
Yeah.
gender is
Exactly.
going through. And if you make those snarky remarks,
yeah,
is it made out of intention to hurt? One, intention because you have no knowledge, because you are what's the word? I I don't know what the word is, but it's because you're ignorant. Because you're ignorant. So it's very simple. If you have a genuine feel about, okay, is this the right way to say it, the wrong way to say it? If you're ignorance, that ignorance can be, I wouldn't say trained, be made aware of.
Oh yeah, because I think in this day and age, to not know about like the LGBT issues is like willful ignorance. It's everywhere.
You live in a cave, if you don't.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think, for me, right, I don't think it's the ignorance or intent or what. I'm literally saying it because of muscle memory. Like,
Exactly.
that's ignorance, right?
But muscle memory is what bro culture is all about. I feel bro culture is very toxic.
Agreed.
It's very toxic for a few reasons. Number one, like what you say, is muscle memory because of the bros that you hang around with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who's to say that among your bros also don't feel like, even if they feel like, hey, this is wrong, they can't say it.
Because they're just talking.
Yeah,
like,
and also
Yeah.
I think the
used to.
problem with bro culture is men don't hold each other accountable. I think the way that a lot of women do is
Because we got ego.
No, because I think they're like, hey, no need to make it so serious, bro. Like, let's no need to talk about it. Like, but between women, a lot of times, like, if I say something that's ignorant, my friend will be, hey, Apshy, you shouldn't say that. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, sorry.
Okay,
That's
sorry.
it. It's over. With guys, it's kind of like, oh, if I say that, it's gonna cause this, and it's just like,
Would you say this is similar to like females talking about men, like, oh, all men are just fuck boys, what men are all the same, so stubborn, they're just gonna cheat on you. Would you say this is very similar?
I don't think most women speak like that.
Of
And
course,
this
not
is
everyone is
yeah.
the same. Or
Okay, very simple. If your girlfriend is crying because her boyfriend cheated on her, then okay, that's different. Then of course,
Then you can, of course,
you talk
talking
shit.
shit is
It's
different.
different.
Yeah.
But I think women have learned to understand their own power.
Yeah.
So if they say like, okay, all men are bastards, they are this and that, you have the power right now, women, and at this age and stage, I feel that you are in more control. Don't let them tell the story your relationship want to go. I think what's very important for a lot of girls is understand to take charge and tell them what you expect. Okay?
from the start.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So they
Yep.
can like, I thought this was just a fly by night.
But
I think that's also another thing. It's like all about communication. Like you can, I think there's a lot of assumptions always made.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, making an assumption is it's not based in facts. So I'm assuming that, oh, you just want to sleep with me. But maybe you're in love with me. And I just made that assumption because you're a guy. And maybe as a guy, you thought, oh, she's in love with me, but I just want to sleep with you. But there's just so many assumptions and people are...
by case thing.
Yeah, and also I think people are just afraid, like, if I ask you, like, hey, what's going on between us? Like, what's the situation?
they will run.
They're like, oh my god, she wants me to marry her. But it's like, no, I want to know if we're both cool with being fuck buddies or are we both dating each other. Like, let's just talk about it. Vibe check.
Yes, the vibe check, lah.
Exactly. People are afraid of a good vibe check.
Yeah, never be afraid.
So I was just thinking about this most of the times, right, if you were to say to a girl like, hey, there's something, I'm saying, let's say if you were dating when you're younger, then you guys maybe not even dating, just seeing her a lot, and then you suddenly say, hey, I've got something that I want to tell you. Or if a girl were to say that, hey, I've got something that I want to tell you to a guy, and then you confess your feelings, most of the time the person confessing is going to get rejected.
How
Do you
would
think
you
so?
know
How do
that?
you know that?
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Exactly.
This is what I
is
feel
an
like
assumption.
It's again assumption. Every relationship. No, I don't, because every relationship is different. It's like what you say, vibe check, right? If both of you are so amazing together already, the communication, and you don't even need to say that, hey, I got something to tell
Yeah.
you. You would just say,
You're consistently checking in and
Yeah,
knowing
you'll
the
be like,
situation.
hey.
I'm comfortable because I know.
yeah. And instead of going like, hey, I have a confession, it's like so big.
It's just it's a little taken
Yeah.
aback, yeah.
Brian, I feel like this is a bit of a personal experience. That's why you bring it up. Because I've had the same experience. I would argue that comes from, because guys either go all or nothing. So either it is we are just having sex, it is nothing but sex, and we will never think about anything else. or it is I am in love with you, I want to marry you, I will write songs about you, I will send flowers to you. So what ends up happening is that because women are, I would argue, more in tune to their emotional state at the time, we are not used to that because we've never, even within guy circles, we don't check on each other. We don't talk about because we check on, like,
because you're so scared.
we're so scared of like shame, like the
Like
shit, like,
them
like
shaming
literally,
us.
like bro, don't be gay lah.
And also just
every guy is different.
and
Yeah.
also just
Some guys do it.
calling each other out in that way. Like I had a friend, she was like, I don't really want to like the guy, but I want him to really like me. And I was like, dude, that's not cool.
That's not
Yeah.
fair.
And then she was like, okay, I agree, not cool. I'm not gonna see him. And it was just like, let's just say it. I'll tell you how it is, but I'm still on your side. I'm never not on your side. You're my friend. But I'm gonna tell you when you're not being right.
Yeah, girlfriends as well have that. How would I say? Yeah,
You're each other's
responsibility.
sister and
Yeah,
everything at the same time.
don't sugarcoat it to your friend. If your
Yeah.
friend is doing something that you feel is like, hey, that's not fair to him, step up as well. And I
Yeah.
think
That's
step up.
that's
Well,
an
don't
example
you
of
feel
toxic
like-
femininity,
Yeah,
right?
with
Like,
the
just let
bros.
him buy shit for you. You don't have to give him nothing. Just let him keep simping. I mean, that's an example.
That's
Because
a
some
very
girls do that.
Asian culture. Actually, it's a very
Some girls do that.
very Chinese culture. It's a very Chinese culture, and
It is very- it's
Chinese,
Asian girls, they do
especially
that.
Asian girls. And I hate that. I hate that because I buy my own shit and everything.
Hell yeah.
But it does happen also. Both girls and guys, they have a toxic side, man.
Everybody, it's gender neutral at the toxicity.
Yeah, it's not only the guys. Yeah. So
Yeah,
stop
exactly.
being assholes. I mean, like, stop being asshole. I think we all need to, like, just ensure your friends are telling you the truth. Don't be afraid about it. I think a lot of girls, maybe they're afraid, I have to support her. But yes, you support her, but also you listen to her. And if she's doing something that, hey, that's
very
not right for him, like say it, So then by doing all this, then guys as well have the ability to have better friends with their bros.
I think that's the issue.
Yeah.
Is that they
Yeah,
don't have
they
a
don't
good
have-
friendship,
yeah.
like a deep friendship.
deep
that
friendship,
if
yeah.
if my friend is cheating on her boyfriend, the same thing. I'm on your side, but
But-
don't do that. It's wrong. Break up with him. Then go fuck whoever you want. But I'm not gonna like. It's not like I'm gonna stop being friends with you. Or
Yeah, no.
I still love you as who you are.
Correct. And friends need to understand that you want your friends to be able to be truthful to you and not someone
And not
to
be
like,
afraid of you.
yeah, and not someone like, oh, okay.
Yeah. And if you tell me how it is, I'm gonna say fuck you. I don't want to be friends anymore. Like hell no. Please tell me if I'm being fucked up. I want to know.
Yeah, I want to know. Sometimes
You can't see past
you're
yourself.
blindsided. You're blindsided because
Your emotion.
yeah.
You're deep in the water.
Do you? So Joanne, this is a question. I've been wanting to ask this for a while. We have a mutual friend. You know Nat Kam?
Yes.
Yes. He's, what I love about him is that his openness and his kind of like. But
he
what
a
I've
comedian?
he's a comedian. Yes, he's a comedian. What I like about him is that he can be very open, but he's open all the time. So,
Yeah.
in your experience, when you go on stage, especially because you are performing for Asians, where do you go with that line of like, I can say these things? Because you are known as like the queen of comedy. You do quote unquote sex jokes
yeah.
and all that shit. Like, where is that line for you?
Ned actually came up and had a session with me where he took out his notebook and wrote, yeah. So I did, from the very beginning, I told him, I said, dude, you cannot go up in Asia and especially in Malaysia and just tell everybody that you like to be teabagged by their grandfather. I say,
did Nat say that on stage?
I mean, he said worse.
The
and
worst
he
thing.
said, yeah.
I'm just giving an example. And I told him, I say, look, in comedy, the first rule is people need to like you. When they like you, you win them over. And when you perform in Crack House and Joke Factory, 80%, if not 99%, are straight couples and straight people. Some are even senior. And because the gay crowd only comes for certain shows. Of course, like my show, you get 60% gay boys, right? So you don't have that
The crowd.
the crowd one on your side because they don't. But also, even if you have a gay crowd, don't go out and tell them what you like to do with their grandfather and
Why
all
does
that.
he like older men?
No, because there is one joke which I heard where he talked about having sex with this older guy and then he brought this older guy who could be someone's grandfather to a cheap motel. And I'm like, why does your joke need to be that? There are other stories that you can talk
Right, to push the
about.
old narrative.
Don't push that narrative
Yeah.
yet. When you go up, it is always about who you are. Why are you gay? Your mother knows you're gay, right? Have you come out to her? And if you have, how did she take it?
That would be a great story.
Exactly. I said these are stories that perhaps the straight crowd want to know.
Yeah.
And then you can make funny jokes about your mom. And what's nice is when I saw him at Hush opening up for RVG,
I saw him there too.
yeah, so his stories make sense.
Yeah.
And people would "Ew."
There was some little gross ones, but they were fun.
but it's not like gross for 10 minutes.
No.
And I did went up to him and congratulate him and say, yes, this is how it should go. Never shock them because okay, for someone like me, they already expect the tete, pepe, kone jokes.
It's different.
They want that. I've got 30 years behind me where people come because they want the sex Joanne. I want the sex joke. I want the sex joke. But you see, it took me 30 years for people to be comfortable with me talking about sex. So even for the new female comics, when they first start talking about sex, women, I could see the audience.
What about you
Yeah.
at the start of your comedy career? Could you open up like that with the tat jokes and all?
Yeah, because I was under Boom Boom Room Singapore.
Okay, it's a different
Yeah.
vibe.
It was Kumar.
Yeah, they understood.
Yeah.
It's the space that
Yeah, it's the space that you are in. So let's take, the other female comics and or the other comics. When you want to talk about sex, there's always it's like just imagine you're on a Tinder date and you're going to take off your clothes for the first time. You need to be comfortable enough to take off your clothes with the other person, right? So you need to make the audience easy and comfortable. Say, okay, guys, I'm going to tell you what happened to my Tinder date last night. You want to hear now? So you're already getting them curious. But before you even do that,
it's the foreplay.
yeah, you need to set it up that you're a honey boy.
Yeah, you can't start with like I sucked 7 dicks last
Yeah,
night.
I can't. You cannot. Hey,
and
guys.
I'm proud of it.
Yeah, I sucked 7 days. You know, one of them was your uncle. I mean, you can't do that at the opening, especially in KL. Maybe you can do it in Australia or what. But you ease your audience in only because, number one, most of this audience would be the first or second time they see you. They're not there just to see you because you're not headlining. They're there to see like Rizal Vegeza, Joanne Kam, Kavin J, whoever lah.
Established comedians.
Who they want.
They know what to expect.
Yeah, they know what to expect. And then net or anyone comes in like, hey, I sucked 7 dick. They're like, hey, okay. Are we going there now? You get what I mean? Yeah, so in that aspect, yeah. I told him you need to balance it. Because with the balance, you will find your groove.
What was that experience like when you first? So not in Bobo lah, but like when you came to Malaysia and you first started doing, like, did you go straight into the set?
Yeah,
or like
because that's what they want.
oh,
Because
I
Boom Boom Room
see.
KL was also a club, and they had like I will open in a room full of club goers
Yeah.
who just want the thumbs up joke. You know, that was the precedent because
It's
it's
reading
not
the room lah.
it's not comedy crowd.
Yeah.
This is not comedy crowd. This was a crowd ready to party, and they just want to laugh at the fact that you bully their friend.
Yeah.
You did audience participation. You tell them pepe jokes. Yeah, and they love it. that's what they want. Yeah. So read the room, people. Read your room.
I mean, just generally, right? Anywhere you go, you should read the room.
Read your room.
So, okay, Joanne, yesterday I saw this World of Buzz article, right? The post said, doctor named Dr. Samham or something, he made a statement that porn addiction is even more dangerous than cocaine addiction. So, what do you think? Because during your time, there was no porn.
I was the pawn.
There was no porn.
There was, but it's not as accessible.
When did Pornhub came about? When did porn
The
came about?
internet?
Do you know when it came up?
The internet?
When? I also
During the-
don't know.
2000?
Okay. Okay. So I've dealt with this
long
issue before. Okay. Not issue. I mean, porn addiction. Here's the thing. I feel personally with porn addiction, you have this unrealistic view of what sex is.
Yep.
You feel that when you get involved with another human, that
It's not the
It's gonna
same.
be porn stars.
it's performance, but yeah. So if you are addicted to that style, and if you cannot assess a real relationship, then it becomes, that's why kink happen. So let's say if you're in a marriage, you marry the good girl, but you want a whore to pee on you.
Ooh.
Okay, because you like that.
Maybe shitting too.
Yeah,
Oh.
as much as we about it,
You sound really excited.
To each their own. To each. I should
Yeah.
have had such a big
Yeah,
reaction.
that's not woke of you.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
If it's consensual, if everyone's
If it's
okay,
consensual.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
yeah, it depends. So going up to your wife and say, I want you to pee on me, may not be what
Might be shocking.
might be shocking or uncomfortable, right? So he will then look out for other stimulants. So that's why perhaps that doctors say it's an unhealthy addiction.
So he's missing the point.
But I also think with
It's
porn,
unhealthy.
right? You might start with like regular porn, but then it can get more like it's not doing it for you anymore. So people start to get more into the like.
This is how Dahmer is, okay?
Dahmer, Jeffrey Dahmer. Yeah.
I didn't watch it.
That's so interesting. So rare.
I didn't watch it. I live alone now. I'm gonna get scared.
It's like his internal world just.
Because he was
And it was-
literally
With pornography?
no, it wasn't pornography.
No, not pornography. No,
This
it's
was-
about serial killer.
Okay.
This was before he got like before porn existed like online. There wasn't even the internet, so he had no magazines, no nothing. He just went because he was gay as well. He just saw a jogger that was jogging by or mannequins at the store, and he was left alone in his house at like 16, 17 to just stew in your own thing without talking to people, without a conversation. And I think that's where the doctor is going with the porn, because you're not communicating your inner thoughts. You're constantly looking at this stimulant, and then it becomes this thing.
But then also, right, isn't it? I guess on the counter argument with the whole thing, right, is that like, you know, if you are somebody that is unable to have sex, right, then your outlet for sexual pleasure is pornography. Instead of going out and like doing something to someone or something that you look at the porn, even if it's extreme porn, whatever, you're not really, you're not hurting anybody.
But it
I
is true
tried.
because a lot of people struggle, like incel, right?
Incels, yeah.
So what are you gonna
And
do?
you know, they were saying
Jerking off
that
is not as
nowadays it's like
satisfying.
straight men have like the sexual activity or the ability to have sex like 30%. Oopsie. It's like 30% less.
Sorry, what do you say?
I said that I just read somewhere that they said like
Yeah.
amongst men, like their ability to have sex or like the age in which they have sex is much later,
Yeah.
and the ability to have sex is much lower.
I think it's because of porn.
You
I
think so?
Yeah, that's a big
Yeah,
factor.
honestly, it was being exposed to it very young.
It's so
Because
accessible.
it's so easy. So for them to
Yeah.
even want to try getting to know a person, to be able to do that, they're like, oh my god, I might as well just jerk
I
off
just might
this
as well
fella.
watch
And it
my
just-
favorite
it
porn
doesn't
star.
help- It doesn't help that like our society is so sex negative.
Well,
But
Malaysia lah.
Malaysia.
Yeah.
Specifically, we don't talk about sex with our parents. You don't like people. I don't know about you guys,
Yeah.
but I get uncomfortable when there's a sex scene on the.
Bro, that's
I
the
wish
I love that
would
awkward
speak
moment.
less about sex with my parents.
Yeah.
We talk about it a lot.
Yeah, but like, I would say that's good. I would say you're lucky in that
No,
sense,
yeah,
because
you're very
Yeah, I'm
lucky.
you
lucky.
had that experience.
Yeah.
It's not
For
negative.
for a lot of guys, that is the first time you ever see two
Yeah.
people having sex, or even the concept of sex. That is it. Like at maybe 9-10 years old, that is insane to have that as the example for your rest of your life, and you can't communicate that with anyone. It's unfortunate.
Let's say, for example, okay, back in when Joanne was growing up, porn accessibility was
Merely
magazines.
magazines.
So if you want to see today, you want to see a MILF, a mom, you can probably find it in that porn magazine. Then the next day you like, oh, I want to see a black MILF, or I want to see a black stepsister or what. It's not easy to just find change to a different category.
but now there's also porn for women.
Yeah.
Yeah, which has a little bit more storyline. I think her
Female
name-
pleasure.
Yeah,
actually
female
is there.
pleasure. So I think with porn it can be very healthy.
Yeah.
If you treat it in a way
Yup.
where it doesn't mask your need for human connections.
Yeah.
How about this? You watch it with your partner if you were in a relationship.
Why not?
That solves
That's
a lot of the.
Exactly.
That's good.
And you can like have new ideas,
Try new things. Always be open to explore. That's the thing. A lot of people are so scared to explore.
Yeah.
Then they
So
watch porn.
scared, yeah.
Watch porn on their own in the toilet when the wife is at
Yeah,
school.
I was about to say that. I was just about to
like,
say that. They
but
rather
why?
jerk off.
I think right now relationships can be more expandable. It's no longer in the 40s or 50s, or 40 years ago or 30 years ago, even. Like, you're able to talk to people. I mean, talk to your partner. That's a healthy relationship.
Yeah.
You know, don't see
Yeah.
your partner as this fragile little doll. Maybe she has her own kinks. Maybe she wants to tie you out and be the mistress.
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh my
you will
God,
like that.
yeah.
But until you explore that safely,
Yeah, you
how
wouldn't
would
know.
you even know what she wants if you don't ask? Like, a lot of men ejaculated because to them it's like, okay, I ejaculate. And
Sex over.
sex is over. But a lot of women haven't climaxed because
I never understood that.
because it's like, hey, if I ejaculate means you about the same
And
time.
also, even with like sex toys, like men always see it as a competition, but
Correct.
it's your teammate.
Okay, I think guys only like, okay, fine. People will say that guys, they'll just come and then they'll leave the girl hanging. I think a guy only does that if
a
it's-
lot, and you know what? It can be cultural as well, because I get that from different guys who were brought up in different
And I think
cultural
it's also on
presence.
us girls to also
Tell
ask.
them.
Let's talk.
Yeah,
tell you
just
what
say
you like,
it.
because usually if you tell the guy get down, you just are afraid to be
To tell
sexual.
them. Yeah.
But you also want them to have that in their mind
That
already to
you
do
are.
it.
In order for me to be a good girl, I am not sexual. But those things can exist hand in hand.
Correct. And then why? I mean, like, if you're talking or sexting with someone new, just ask them. Just ask them. So, what do you like in bed?
do you
Just ask.
Yes.
Don't
Just ask.
Yeah, obviously, communication breakdown is always a fact. But when you ask, I mean, you can tell them, okay, I don't want graphic, but I just want to know what you like. So if we do get into a situation,
Stay away from the nudes.
yeah, if we are, do not send dick pic, guys. Do not send dick
Hey,
pic.
even girls sending, you can get
don't send that. I mean,
you can get extorted. I have a lot of cases like that. Yeah, a lot of cases like you send a dick pic, or a girl also sends her boobs, and then especially on the dating app, right? They're gonna use those graphics and extort you. Is
Well,
dangerous.
I think to each his own. If you like dick pics and if you like boob pics and if that's the way you want to start, because sometimes it depends.
some
What do you
people are
want?
shy.
What do you want? Do you want to see this person again, or you just want a quick fix?
Yeah.
If maybe you want a quick fix, that's porn.
Okay,
That's porn like. You see the actual dick pic, you see the actual boobs, and you're like, okay, I'm hot for you. Can you come over? That's about. But how many times does
There's a dick pic.
Yeah.
Somebody responds and say, "Come over."
You see a dick pic and you're like, oh, he's
Yeah.
responsible.
Haha, he's
I always
tiny.
tell my friends, like, if a guy sends me a dick pic, I'm like, "Oh my god," and I laugh. I'm like, "Send me a handsome picture of your face." Then maybe
and then
I'll
they'll
come
send
over.
another.
Then I'll send you a pic.
Ah.
No.
No, okay. What I was saying just now is, guys that leave you hanging, right? Isn't it most of the time because they are done? If it's someone who really likes you, right? They would, because for me, part of the process that is enjoyable is pleasuring the other person, just like the other person feels the same, right? So if they were to leave you hanging, it's also like because they just probably weren't into you as much. I don't know. I'm saying like,
One,
this is what
it
I
could
think.
be not really into you. Two, it could be just a quick fix because that's what they want.
Selfish. They're being selfish.
Yes, they
I
are being
don't think
selfish.
quick fixes are necessarily selfish. I think that you need to communicate that.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Because without that, how would
Because then again, it's like I'm thinking it's one thing, you're thinking it's something
honestly,
else.
but
And
still,
are they even open to communicate
That's
that
the
way?
problem.
Because
Yeah.
some guys will be, hey, I'm so hot, don't you want to suck my dick?
Or some guys will try and act like they really like you when they just want to fuck you because they think that's the way
Yes.
to fuck you.
Yes, correct. Yes.
And it's like, no, just you can flirt with me and say, hey, I think you're hot. Let's fuck. Okay. But don't be like, I love you. I want to be with you. And you're just like, oh, you just wanted to get in my pants.
What?
That's when you feel the betrayal.
so that's bad. That's a very bad thing to do. But the reason why they do it, unfortunately, is because they fool some people. And of course, it's not the right thing to do.
I think everybody's been fooled
Yeah.
under those circumstances.
Or you see a lot of frustrated girls on like dating apps.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they deal with a lot of assholes that will just say
Yeah.
anything to just get into your pants.
Like even I was in a situation where this guy, I feel like he just wanted to sleep with me, but he
Yeah.
just told me that he really
Told you
likes
the
me.
things
And
that
I was like, oh my god. At first I also thought
All
we're just
the-
gonna be casual. And then when you said all those things, you suddenly
Yeah, yeah,
changed
yeah.
my mind. And then you just pull away from me and I'm like,
well, you ghosted.
my little heart. I was crying.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same.
Okay,
If you don't want someone to do that to you, don't do that to someone.
No,
That's-
and just be honest. If you
Yeah.
whatever it is, I think we're all grown ups. We can take it.
Just ask them what they expect from it. And if they say, some friends with benefit, I don't want any drama in my life. Do not message me every morning, noon, night, and ask me whether I've eaten or not. Yeah, don't.
Aww.
the thing
Don't
is
do
when
that.
you say, you straight up tell them like, oh, you want just to hook up with friends with benefit, that's a very straight away red flag. So
Not really.
No.
Not really. Don't make it your first sentence. Oh my God. Can you please?
no, I'm
Can
saying
you
I'm saying if
please-
the girl asks,
Can you please?
what if the girl asks you that? If the girl asks you that, then of course you
Then
have to
you
give an
just
answer,
say
right?
lah. Okay,
You can
I am
tell
me.
looking for some friends with benefit, but I also want to be able to
Maybe.
communicate.
Yeah.
Simple.
Let's keep checking
Let's
in
just
with each
keep
other
checking
in case
in,
either
yeah.
of us grow feelings for one another so
Yeah.
we can be clear.
Yeah, and don't ghost her once she say okay, and then
I
like
think we've all ghosted before.
Yeah.
And it's an easy way out, lah. Don't do that.
unfortunately I do that.
I do
because
it
I cannot-
too.
yeah,
Because it's
sorry,
awkward,
yeah.
lah.
It's
It's
awkward,
so
lah. It's like I do not want to talk to you right
I
now.
don't want to hurt your feelings.
Okay, we wrap up right now.
Okay.
Right. Guys, hope you all enjoyed this episode and enjoyed the presence of the Queen of Comedy.
Follow me on IG, Joanne Kam Popo. TikTok, Joanne Kam Comedy. Facebook, Joanne Kam Comedy. Find me.
Apshy from the Woke Up Show, Yuzu Media.
Yes.
What's your IG handle?
Apshy, that's it. And
No, I mean Yuzu, sorry.
Yuzu, say it.
usermedia.official. Please follow us on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok
Yep.
and everywhere.
Okay, if you enjoyed this episode, put a picture of a banana. If you enjoyed this episode a lot, put a picture of a banana with a splash at the end of it. Also, if you listen till the end, leave that down in the comments. And we would love to have Joanne on another time. Really enjoyed getting, honestly, I was also getting educated.
He got educated.
Yeah. He got served.
Yeah, let's get woke podcast.
Oh my
Shit!
God! It finally happened.
Okay, guys, I appreciate your support. We'll see you in the next episode. Okay.
Missing my homies, I'm missing my oldies, my brothers, my cronies. We all went to court, but before only courts that we knew were the ones where we were shooting threes, selling Kobe. To a legend, rest in peace to the old me, rest in peace to my brothers, rest in peace to my whole team. The oldest, I'm missing my shawty.